Hello, family and friends. This is, remember, there's the camera, honey, or that little green thing. I always forget. This is Sandra Brown of Happiness Past 60.
Are are you happy?
I'm happy. Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Okay. For those of you that don't know us, this is Bill, and I'm Sandy.
Hi, y'all.
And I go by my maiden name. Brown is not actually our last name or anything, but you know how it is when you're on YouTube. You can't tell everything right. But we are newlyweds, for those of you who don't know us. And Bill's 81 and I'm 80. And we met online. Bill lost his wife, I lost my husband, and we were lonely, and we met online. And he lived in Tennessee and I lived in Indiana, and we made it work. Yesterday was our first anniversary.
We were married one whole year on the 18th, dear, not yesterday.
Oh, day before.
Today's the 20th.
Okay. See, he always keeps me
So
straight.
I'm always.
So anyways, if you want to see the story on how we met, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. I was a runaway bride and we went through a lot, but we finally made it. We finally got together, and we're not one bit sorry, and we really made it work. And yes, there is a lot of adjustments, I think, the first year of marriage, but you know, it was worth it. And we've never had a fight. We've had some things we had to work out a little bit, small things. Never really fought. Bill and I are very much alike. Sometime go ahead, honey.
No, a major thing is what brought us together and made everything successful is our faith in God, and allowing Him to be the one to guide us as we go through our life. And He's the reason. He's the reason for everything that happened to us. And it's working out wonderful. It really is.
That's the truth, yeah. Okay, so, of course, it starts out that we got married. I came to Tennessee. We were trying to work things out, and as we drove here, we worked some things out and spent some time together, and we married in Tennessee. So it starts out that I'm going to just tell you this last year, just 1 year, all of this happened. And actually, to tell you the truth, we moved 3 times in 3 months. I mean, with God's help. I don't know how we did it, but we did. So we were married, and then right after we married, we had our car all packed up, right? And we drove from Tennessee to Indiana. I'm from Indiana. And the reason we were going there is to sell my home and get it ready for sale. And gosh, folks, you know how it is, all the stuff you accumulate. And I mean, I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff, but I just had so much. And I can't say part of it was selling my former husband's tools. It was unbelievable how much there was. But that was not in this year, so we're going to keep it just this year. So we drove to my house in Tennessee, and we had a 2-day garage sale.
Well, we started packing everything up first. We had packing things and selling furniture, everything that was going to go that we were not going to move. But we still had a truckload of boxes all Sandy's painting supplies, all of her paintings too. Those are all boxed up.
I'm an artist, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, she is a wonderful artist, beautiful artist. And but we hired a company to do that, and it was a truckload full of stuff that was going to be shipped to Tennessee, and we put it in a storage unit in the beginning. So, but that was one of the moves too. So.
And so after doing that, we also put the house up for sale. And you know, you just say, we put the house up for sale. For those of you who have done this, it involves a lot, but we did it. And we put my car up for sale. So I was down the street the day my house sold. I was down, 2 doors down, talking to a neighbor lady, Joanne, a good friend of mine, and she's 86, and I used to check in on her and visit with her. Her husband had Alzheimer's, and my husband had Alzheimer's, but he had passed away, and she was somebody I could just talk to about it, But I was down at her house, and somebody wanted to come see my car, but somebody was coming to see my house for sale. So I had someone looking at my house for sale, and it happened to be someone I knew from a long time ago. It was his sister that was looking at the house. And so I wasn't going to go down there and bother them, but Mr. Bill did have, my husband had a good idea. He said, why don't you go down there since you know him? But finally I did, and I think that was really good because I got to talk to them and put to rest some of the fears that they may have had about purchasing in the neighborhood and whatever, They told them what nice neighbors we had. So while I was there, somebody called on my phone, wanted to see my car. So I sold my car in my neighbor's driveway. We were sitting out there counting out cash, several $1,000. So we got both of those done. Okay, so what do we have next, honey? Oh yeah, so now the house is sold and we're getting rid of the last of the furniture. And I mean, we got rid of everything. We had no bed. Okay.
We slept on the floor, and when I can remember being young and sleeping on the ground or stuff, it don't work when you're 81 or 80.
It's not as fun.
That floor is harder than ever. But anyway, we had a friend that had a blow-up mattress, and we were able to
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda. And we slept on that the last few nights that we were there.
Yeah, so it was 3 nights on the floor on a blanket.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, we had that air mattress. But you know what? When we were moving, Mr. Bill was really rotten to me.
What?
He gets up so early, like 5 o'clock. He let the air out of my mattress while I was sleeping on it. Yes, you did. And I heard this whooshing sound.
We had to pack it up. We had to go.
Yeah, right. Okay. So anyway, so let's see what we got down here. So we got, then we had to pack the car up to move to Tennessee, to his townhouse, because Bill had a townhome in Tennessee, Crossville, Tennessee. And that's where we're at right now, in Crossville, Tennessee. And by the way, it's just pouring down rain outside. Oh my goodness. But it's beautiful out there. It's so green and gorgeous. Okay, so we packed up the car. And then we had left one little spot in the back for my dog, Millie, right behind Mr. Bill. And then I look back and I go, oh, honey, all the stuff is starting to fall over on Millie. So we had a bungee cord around it. So we made a pit stop, and Bill cinched it up, and it stayed like that. It was good, so all the way there. And Millie did so good. She's not used to traveling, but she caught on to, what, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rest stops.
The rest stops. Oh yeah. As soon as we were just getting close, that she seemed to know that, and just so that she could leave some
P-mail.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, it all worked out.
Okay, so now where are we at now here? Packing up, moving to Tennessee, to Bill's townhouse. Now, Bill was going to sell his townhouse because it was just too small, because I paint, well, I was painting, I got to get back to that, and I do my YouTube, and he's a writer, Bill's a writer, and he needed an office space. The townhouse was, we needed a room for company when they come, especially when you move out of town. People do come more, and which we have had quite a few visitors already, but so we had to get his house ready. So here we go again, going through all his junk and packing it up and getting the house ready for sale. And this, his house looked really good to me, but we sold it, and then you have to, how it is, you have to do repairs. And so that went on for a while.
And in the meantime, the load of Sandy stuff came to Tennessee in a big semi, and we finally got around to the 10 by 15 storage unit.
Yes.
I purchased, and it was packed, ceiling to floor. There was no hardly any space at all to put anything in there. And it turns out it was just the truck driver and myself who unloaded that puppy.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a good workout, but you know, it felt pretty good actually. So.
Oh my goodness. All right, so we donated some. We didn't have time to be selling stuff, but we just donated a lot of things. So we just kept running, packing the car up, taking it to, where did we take it to? Some place where we donated. But over and over, we kept doing that. And then in the meantime, we're also looking for a home. And we came very close to getting a home. I'm glad the Lord steered us away from. It was a 2-story, but the main bedroom was downstairs. And it would have been a beautiful home finish, but it wasn't quite finished. And
it wasn't finished a lot. We mean quite, not even says it. There would have been a lot of work. It would have taken a good 6 months, 9 months to get that thing finished. And,
look up, honey. You're always looking down there.
Yeah. I'm looking at your notes here.
Oh, don't
see where you're at. But anyway.
In that green dot, yeah.
We got away from that, and then one day we're looking at some homes, regular homes. We were thinking, wait, do we want a house? No. But we saw this one, and this is the one. We knew right away. We both fell in love with it, and big house, but we knew we could do it. And we just, if we could accomplish the moves we did and everything else at our age, we certainly could handle this house too. So we bought it, and we're very excited about it. And
when we were looking at this house to buy, he was in one room and I was in the other, and then we kind of got together in the kitchen and I looked at him and go, well, do you like this house? And he goes, nope.
Nope. I love this house.
And I did too, just fell in love with it. That's where we're at right now. We bought this house. So, okay, so then we had to move all the stuff out of storage. We were able to get from a mission that they have here. There's some men that stay there, and you can pay them and have a meal for them. And there was like, how many guys?
4 guys.
4 guys. And they moved all our stuff out of storage and from Bill's house. Then we seen a moving sale, and we bought a very heavy granite table and 6 chairs and some other stuff. And it took all 4 guys to move that one table. And it was the last thing we could barely get it onto the truck.
We were able to make the move, and we were able to get everything together and make the move. But the thing that's important about my townhome, the morning that we put it up for sale, it was sold that quickly. It turns out that the realtor who was showing the townhome to this couple, he chased them out and he bought it. But he's got it all fixed up. He's done all kinds of work.
And we became very good friends. He's going to be my golf instructor.
He'll be Sandy's golf instructor, and her
and his parents.
Her parents are wonderful. He teaches a nice Bible study class that we go to on Fridays. Closed for the summer, but we'll start up again in next month. So.
His dad's a retired pastor.
Yeah,
and they're just wonderful couple. So we just love their Friday morning Bible study. Okay, so now once again, I said to Mr. I go, after we closed on this house, the one we bought, I go, you don't want to sleep here, do you? Because we don't have no bed here or anything. We don't have any furniture here yet. He goes, yeah, I do. I'm like, oh no. So he had an air mattress now because we had to give Linda's back. And we blew it up here again. We were at least we weren't flat on the floor, but we slept in our own bedroom. Oh my God, we're at now, honey. Huge. Yeah. Go ahead, babe.
Well, no, then we made the move with the help of our 4 guys from the mission, and we got everything in here and got things settled and just like anyone with a new house, getting things together and packing things. The one nice thing about this home, there's a lot of storage areas, particularly in the garage. So we're able to put a lot of boxes and stuff in the cabinets.
And they
stuff.
can see that video. I have that.
Yeah.
So in the garage, there was a huge pile of boxes in our garage when we woke up. It's like, oh my goodness, where do we start? So you know how that is. It feels like you're never going to end. But he's goal-oriented, and I am too. And we work well together. We work very well together. And we both just dove into those boxes, and we didn't quit till we got it all done. Oh, we had this large wall unit in my home in Crown Point, Indiana. And my former husband who passed away, he had built this for me. I had taken it to 4 different houses, and I wanted to take it again. It's wonderful for storage. It covers the whole wall. And I was almost not going to take it, and Bill said, yeah, you should take it. And then we put that in storage. But you know, after we bought this house, it had so much storage. The garage on both sides is nothing but storage. We didn't have anywhere to put it. But we sold it, and then right from the storage, and we got a good price. So God just keeps working things out for us.
And then we were able to close up the storage unit and not pay any more rent on that. So.
Okay, so the next thing was not a good thing. I had a heart attack. This is all in this 1 year now. I had a heart attack. I had 2 stents put into my heart. And if I hadn't been with Bill, I probably would have been dead because I wouldn't have went to the doctor. Because actually, I went 4 days without going in there, and he finally talked me into going into emergency.
I didn't talk to you. I said, you're going.
Yeah.
So
I
but
did.
Anyway, we get into the emergency room. There's absolutely no one in the emergency room. She's the only patient or customer, if you want to call it that. And that's a miracle in itself. So they took care of her right away, and that's when we found out that she had and was having, at the time, a heart attack.
So a couple other things in that year. We had a big tree removed in the front of the house. We had the whole house painted inside. And while that was being painted, we went to Florida during Christmas and visited my sister and her husband. That's all in that 1 year. Okay, now my next thing was, how much later did I have this? I had a second operation, a carotid artery surgery, which I still, how long ago did I have that?
That was June 28th.
June 28th. So, and today is July 20th, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Oh, I'm getting better.
Wow.
I'm getting better.
Very good.
Maybe I don't even need him,
You do it, trust me. You'll forget otherwise.
Anyway, so I have to say, and that all worked out good. And
another thing, prior to me coming up to pick up Sandy so that we could spend some time and eventually get married, and it was soon after I got back up there this time. I wasn't chased away. And if you watch some of the other videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I had a heart issue, and I had to wait until I talked to the cardiologist. I had Afib, so I had medication trying to get that straightened out so that I could get the heart rate back to a normal thing. And then, of course, taking a blood thinner and all the other goodies that go with it. It's just age, related, I think. It just, things like that happen. And but again, if it wasn't for the Lord, if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for Jesus, none of this would have happened.
Yeah, he's got me through all this and got both of us through all this.
He did.
And to top it all up, and I'll let it go at that, so this won't be too long now, but we paid off our mortgage.
So,
yeah. So actually, with him, his home and my home, and we sold them, and the profits paid off the mortgage, and we're in good shape. And so now I'm getting healed up from these operations. We're going to do some traveling and be able to have some fun together. So,
you know what? I think you need to say some prayers here, my love.
Yeah.
We need to
I've got a
close this off. We have bored these people enough, I think.
I don't think they're bored.
Well, I don't know.
They love me, and I love them. Okay, I love this one. I know you all heard, but from Numbers 6:12. 24 to 26. And I speak this to all of you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. In Jesus' name, amen. And goodbye, folks.
You got Isaiah?
No, honey, that's in Numbers. Oh, that's good. Yeah, there's something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's looking at my notes.
We could keep going and going with the Bible. So.
Okay, you guys, love you.
Anyway, love you, and God bless all of you. We truly mean that, too.
Yes. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.